Okay, this is the best gay vampire sex scenes of Everdark.
You're frightening me now.
No. Well, I actually sent out an email and I asked on our YouTube community tab for everybody who's read the entire series of Everdark, because it's all out now.
Yes.
Which sex scene do you like the best?
Okay.
And we got a lot of responses. I also want to say thank you to everybody responding through email. It's really great because you can put as much text as you want. Like, email is definitely the right medium for this.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of detailed responses.
Oh my. All right. So I get to react to all of these. By the way, guys, if you're crackling in the background, we have a fake fire going with pumpkins.
Tis the season, even if it's 80 degrees today.
I know, exactly.
All right. So first I want you to tell me what your prediction is. There is a clear winner. Which one do you think?
I think it's the tentacle one.
Ding! You are right.
Thank you. Thank you. Great for $1,000. It's a tentacle sex scene.
No, this isn't tentacle sex like in the, octopus sea monster.
The traditional sense.
It is vines coming out of the earth, like spiritual vines. They're communing with the earth, and the earth is getting in the action.
This means that I should get my freak on more often, I think, about my tentacle sex thing. Yeah.
Do you remember when you did Draken back in the day and everybody loved the partial transformation dragon sex chapter?
Yes, I did. And I was like, I don't know if I should write this. Oh, clearly I'm totally wrong. I should just keep pushing the envelope.
The next one was Damon and Julian's shower scene.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And then there was the chapter specifically mentioned by, I think, the most people. They remembered the title of this chapter, which is At the King's Pleasure.
Oh, my God. God.
That one's funny. Like, a lot of people liked it because it was playful.
Yes.
They specifically mentioned that.
Well, that's the whole idea. What I will say about the sex scenes and just my view of relationships overall, what I'm trying to do is always model pretty much good relationships, which good relationships can be, quite frankly, not kinky enough when you're trying. Actually, it can be kinkier. I just haven't done it as kinky as I really could do it, because I'm always starting with this is going to happen, and then we're going to work up to this, and then when everyone's comfortable, oh wow, it's been 200 chapters, it's time to end the story. And so I think I just need to get my freak on a little bit earlier and let my characters enjoy that aspect of it.
Well, you did in Everdark Academy.
Oh my God, there's sex scenes every 5 chapters. That was a good time.
But they're different characters.
They're very different characters.
Well, I want to read you this response. You write according to what the characters want.
Yes.
You're not making them do what you want. You're writing the sex scenes as an extension of their developing relationship and their developing, I guess, sense of self.
I think that said it far better than what I just said. Definitely. Listen to Kat. That's what I'm doing.
Well, this is what everybody else said in their emails. So this is, I'm just not going to name names because, I don't know, it's a little embarrassing to hear your feedback on audio.
There we go.
But you know who you are, because I'm going to read this verbatim. So this person says, I'm torn between the first time Julian and Damon have penetrative sex and the first time Christian and Balthazar have penetrative sex. There's a line after Julian and Damon have sex that says something like, their forms were streaked with blood, sweat, and cum. And in my personal opinion, that's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
And the whole aspect of feeding while having sex is just great and adds a wonderful dimension of sexiness, but also really tender because this is them sharing their very life forces with each other, which is pretty much what sex is about. This person also says, when it comes to Christian and Balthazar, I really like that they don't have penetrative sex until the very end of the book. I think it's a beautiful note to leave the relationship on in Everdark. Love that Christian tops. I can feel how healing it is and how much it means for their relationship. This is long, so I'm going to abridge it. There's a line after Christian and Balthazar have sex where Christian says something about being inside Balthazar's soul and that he can handle all the Callies. So yeah, it's really about the particular couple and the particular relationship that they have. I will note that when I was making my table of sex scenes so I could put a little tally mark.
Nice.
Damon and Julian have a lot more, so naturally everybody was mentioning that. But the people who do mention Christian and Balthazar, like specifically say their relationship is so like healing and respectful.
Right. I mean, and that's what I was trying to artfully say before. If the characters wouldn't do it, if it's not serving a purpose in the story, I'm just not going to have it. And one of the things that I'm actually doing for Everdark Equinox, for those of you who would like some more risque stuff and maybe sort of non-connish stuff, I'm going to bring that in outside of the main characters. So it's more of a one and done or, one-off so that we can experience that. But I do find that most of the readers really want it between the characters they love and they want to get together. That's a culmination of it. It's not just, sex for sex. It's not a PWP, which is fine. I love those too. But you know what I mean? That's not what they're looking for from me, I think. But I did want to give some more, because I think vampires themselves, like, it gives such an ability to do so many interesting, cool, kinky things, but I want it to be consistent with where the people are emotionally in the story, but we can do that if we're just doing one-offs.
I guess also they're always vampires, so they're always doing cool stuff with their vampireness, so they might as well, it's not like they would turn that off when they have sex.
Exactly.
Too, so.
But I really appreciated that comment that person went through, the detail. That was it makes it all worth it, because honestly, the sex scenes are some of the hardest scenes to write. I've been obviously doing this for 14 years now. But at the same time, I'm always learning and I'm blown away by how better other authors are at it than I am. And I, need to learn from them and always improve also from member feedback.
We had a question about the difference in tone and style writing the two different couples and how they noticed that Christian and Balthazar's scenes were like slower paced and a lot of consent, which is appropriate. But of course, Damon and Julian are like horsing around. They're like literally playing around. They're and I guess it's just cool too that people are noticing that you do change your language.
Yeah.
According to which couple you're writing.
Julian and Damon are very adventuresome and very secure in each other. And, Julian does not have, unlike probably the most of us, the romantic sexual scars that a lot of people have, because I think he really kept himself apart after his parents died. So truthfully, he is not connected on that level. It's like having good sex for him was like having a good workout. Does that make sense in the past? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Whereas Christian's whole identity, unfortunately, was prescribed by what happened with David. And so, because it was such a formative level of his life, and the tragedy which had nothing to do with him, it was not his fault at all, but obviously affected him deeply and had him cutting off romance and sexual experiences because of it. So for him, Balthazar is his first step back into a realm he really thought he would never go back to. So it had to be different, very different. So I could have a lot of, just like more adventuresome, like lighthearted, when they're in the water, experimental stuff between Damon and Julian, but really had to do the very tender, very consent-focused, very slow burn between Balthazar and Christian.
Now we have to talk about what can you buy for Everdark?
What can we buy? Oh, gosh, guys, you're the best. By the way, we've been really blown away by the support that you've given us over the entirety of this project, but, especially this month as we are getting out all 9 hardcovers, all 9 audiobooks, and all 9 ebooks. So what we did was we put them into bundles so that you could get, like, basically you're buying, for example, 2 hardcovers and you're getting 1 free, and the same thing with the 33% off all the bundles. So really it's buy 2 get 1 free is the equivalent of what you're getting. And the support you guys have thrown us, it is just staggering, to be perfectly blunt, and we cannot thank you enough. because of you, we were able to do this. Because of you, we're able to continue forward on certain projects, which we will be talking about on the October 31st live stream. Be there, be square, or else you're going to miss out on the information.
Not to mention the very special guests.
Yes.
Lots of them.
Lots of them. You best come.
I'm like afraid to say who's going to be on the stream because I'm really afraid that somebody's not going to be able to make it. It's so hard. Like, oh, yes, we should tell everyone that X is going to be there, except you never know.
Yeah. So that's why it's going to be sort of, I'm especially hopeful for
so
two definite people being there.
Yeah.
And I really sincerely hope they are because, oh my God, I think you guys are going to die.
Yep.
Right now, if you have any desire to do so, you can go to our shop. There'll be a link in the description down below. You can get all 9 books of Everdark, and you can have it in any version you want, ebook, audio, or hardcover. And they are, as I said, on sale. Basically, buy 2, get the 3rd one free. If you are more of an Amazon person, you can go on Amazon and you can also get them from Amazon, the ebooks and some paperbacks on Amazon. So if you're more into that, you can definitely go, and we'll have the link to the US store anyway in the description down below for Amazon. But otherwise, you can always just put in X Aratare, Aratare, and you'll find them. It's like very, very exciting just to share this all with you. Seriously, just you've made it such an incredible success. Your support has been phenomenal, and literally, we couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, we really couldn't have.
I especially want to give a shout out to members who have not only put dollars towards membership, which is what allows us to have the steady stream of income in order to pay for this, but then also on top of that, have purchased like everything. And some of them don't even use the coupons, which they do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, cause I actually contacted a few of them, be like, you didn't take the coupon off. And they said, oh, I know, I want to give you the money, which believe me, I am stunned, and I'm not suggesting anyone else do that, but I just really want to say for those of you who did that, wow. And thank you from all of us.
Definitely. It makes such a difference to us. We're still like any other small business. So if you think of like your local cafe that isn't Starbucks, spending $3 on coffee there goes so much farther than spending $3 at Starbucks. Like, that's just a drop in the bucket for Starbucks, but for your local cafe owners, it's like so meaningful.
And as you will be discovering, it goes into doing something else cool for you.
Oh, definitely.
Down the pipe. So,
I mean, if we wanted to make money, there are so many easier ways to do it. Like, this
Right?
we're playing on hard mode because we want to. It's really what we want to do. Like,
I'm like, Kat, let me, write my crazy stories and see who will purchase them, and then hire a full-on cast. But you guys have really helped us in ways we can't even describe. And for those of you who, I don't want you to feel bad if you don't have the money or the ability to financially support us. Those of you who have listened and liked, subscribed, and shared, left comments, that's huge. Absolutely huge. So know that we appreciate you very, very much. We're incredibly grateful for what you're doing right now. Anyway, thank you guys again. More to come.
Yep.